Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Shantizi. Thank you so much for joining me. I am in the building with a very talented artist. I'm going to let you introduce yourself for my viewers.
How y'all doing? I'm the infamous HowKeenStreetz out of Far Rockaway. I'm here with Shantizi. We finally... Again.
Right. For like the 100th time. Thank you so much for coming down to sit with me today. I really appreciate it. Just a little bit of history for my viewers who may not know. I've been interviewed. How many times I interviewed you?
About three.
About three.
Like
Bronx.
3.
Did we do Bronx?
Bronx, Brooklyn. We back here.
And then back here.
Right.
So shout outs to you for always, sticking through and coming down and sit down with me whenever I ask, no matter what. Can you come sit down with me? Once you have time, you always show up.
I'm always here.
I appreciate that.
Right.
How was your commute coming in here today? How you feeling?
I'm good. My spurs.
I know the rain kind of messed you up a little bit.
Not even the rain. It was the traffic. Like the whole. It was a crazy accident. Pushed the time up. I'm really like. I like to be on time. And,
I already know. I appreciate it. So thank you so much. Now, I want us to jump right into it. I already know these things, but we're going to give our viewers a little bit of an insight on who you are. Now, we know you're from Far Rockaway. Rest in peace to Chinks and Stacks.
Yes.
I know that always comes up because you're like carrying the torch now. How does that feel like to be repping and pulling Far Rock?
Yeah, it feel great. Like, this is what we do it for. No matter unfortunately, I got to carry it in this way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Rest in peace to the two greats. But, I feel like I'm way talented enough to hold it down, hold the spot down.
I know the last time we talked, you were going to work with Chinks. You guys going to do something.
Yeah. I ran into him, and we was talking. He was just telling me how he rocked with me and all of that. We going to get something done.
Right.
And unfortunately, a situation
happened. He passed away. Now, seeing how those situations play out, are you ever worried about with all the success that you've worked for yourself and, you're pushing, doing your thing. Are you ever worried about, I always feel like, once we get to a certain point, we just need to leave the hood. But we love our hood. So, sometimes we want to stay there and build it up. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, some people coming into their situation,
mm-hmm.
Some people, they still in the projects and financially it don't be there. A lot of people want to leave,
mm-hmm.
but financially you can't just up and leave sometimes for some people.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times you have it to do that. So, it's like, you definitely want to, especially in my situation, like, what I'm saying, where I'm from and things that happen over there to the artists, I definitely like, what I'm saying, like, while I'm there.
It's for you because people really fuck with you.
Like,
Far Rockaway, Brooklyn, Philly. People really fuck with you. So is that even like a big thing for you right now? Or people see you in the street, yo, Keen, what up? They let you, you ain't got to worry about nothing.
Nah, it's good because it's the beginning. Like, what I'm saying? It ain't too much flashiness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still there. People are, but it's always good when people can reach out and touch you. When you separate and things are going crazy, you want these BT award, you there.
Right. You got to take.
You're doing all these things. It's like then that's when you got to go. Like right now, I don't think if the love is there because of our situation in Far Rockaway. So it's like, well, we got somebody else in the building. Cool. Like we rocking.
We on the map.
We happy. We back lit. We back on the map. Yeah. So it's all good right now. You know what I'm saying? And I know the hate and all that other stuff that come down the line when you got bigger chains on than you used to have. When you got bigger watches on you used to have. When you ain't in the Honda no more, you in the Wraith.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's when you got to make your transition when you're doing a lot. Like, when you're doing a lot. So, but right now it's all, it's love. Shout out, to my hometown.
Right.
But it's love right now.
I feel you. So, going back, before we even start talking about all the stuff that's going on right now. Let's take it back a little bit. You have been doing music since how old?
Well, I've been playing with it since I was about 7, 8, playing with it.
Oh,
just
playing with it. What you was rapping about?
Just playing with it. But I won't tell my secret.
No,
see what I used to do. What I used to do is like when I got to when I was in elementary school. And I started really wanting to, you know what I'm saying? But I was a player. I didn't know how to write. I didn't know what 16 bars was, a song. I didn't know how them people was coming up with it.
Right.
So my favorite artist is Jadakiss. So he had this rap. I knew kids my age didn't know the song, know the verse.
But you did.
So I used to run around rapping the verse and telling people like, yo, this is my rap. And when they was like, oh, you nice, huh? So it made me now when I start writing my own joints, I used to lie like, yo, you heard that new Jadakiss freestyle? I'm like, nah. I'm like, yo, he said, but it'd be my rap.
Just to see how they're gonna react to it.
But it'd be my rap now.
But then they liked it.
They like, oh, that's fire. I'd be like, good. Now that, yeah.
You did that for the reaction?
Right. So if I could, you know, some hate come out. When, you know, people,
once they know that it's you, it's going to be like,
me, it's like,
no, son,
cool.
You might want to switch this up.
Right.
But once they hear that it's Jadakiss, it's lit.
Right. Like, oh, that's new Jadakiss. It's like, nah, that was me. I remember the first time I did it, it was a crowd, and somebody was like, nah, I ain't gonna front. Where I could get that Jadakiss freestyle at? He did it on New GJ Clue. I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Nowhere.
I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, that was me. They was like, what?
At what age?
That was like 12.
12.
Like 12. Then, you know, I stopped. You know how that when you young, it just look cool.
Right.
Then I stopped, and then, you know, what happened again. But for the last about 12 years, it's been...
Straight.
It's been serious.
Oh, I know.
The grind been serious.
Oh, I know. I think I'm what, probably 6 years in? 5, 6 years. Well, he's 6. I've interviewed you before I had a kid.
Way before that.
So way before that.
So probably about 9.
9? I love what we've been doing our thing for that long. And I see us just, you know, you just got signed to Bird Gang.
That's a fact.
So it's so... Bird Gang Records, I should say, correct?
Right.
So it's so amazing to see how you've been hustling and bustling. I know you from back then. You've been rapping, freestyles, everything. Been putting in work.
Overnight.
So when I saw you post that, I thought that was so amazing. Shout out to Jim Jones.
Yeah, shout out to Jim, man.
That's I heard y'all record. But we get into that. We're gonna get into that. I wanted you to break down your name because I know you have a story with HowKeenStreetz. Why you went with that name? Right.
Well, Keen is a part of my real name, which is Keno. So I just broke it down. Everybody, yo, what up, Keen? You know, everybody call me Keen. Streets come from since I was about your son's size. Wait, 6?
He's 6.
Right? So boom,
6?
at 7 years old, I'm gonna tell you some real story. This is real rap. And I got people on here from my projects that's older than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Buck. They know. Since I was young, and my man Adam with them, when I was 7 years old, they used to do summer youth. So they was about 14, 15 at the time. 14 at the time, right? They was doing summer youth. So I used to, when I'm going outside 7, 8 in the morning, she running around, like doing what she do. So I used to help them, like, do their job. Like, sweeping, do that. And when they get paid, they used to pay me.
Wow.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Money.
Right. I was like only
7 or 8.
7, 8.
Do you know how that sound, especially to me as a mom? Like, I'm thinking like, damn, am I guarding this little one so much? So 7 or 8, you making money and I'm just holding them tight.
Right. I be telling my son that, like, I'm like, he 12. I be like, your 12 is nowhere near my 12.
You're 12, right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't experienced. Nothing I experienced at 12. You feel what I'm saying? So I be telling him, but you know, we had to, that's why I always was a hustler. I always went got there, always grinded out. So streets, I used to always be the first out and the last one in. My older dude and my man Skin like, yo, you the streets, man. My man Rod and my man Animal is like, yo, you the streets. And around the time they used to say that, the We Are the Streets came out, the album, the Locks album. So they be like, yo, you the ain't no We Are the Streets. They like, you the streets. And then, so when I started, like, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna take that King. I'm like, that gotta, cause I was trying to look for a name. I'm like, I'm coming up with whack names.
And it sounds good.
And I'm like, yo, when I said I'm stamping, I'm like, HowKeenStreetz, I'm like, that got a ring. And when I start running around, battling and doing all that, and it started getting the buzz. I'm like, yeah, I'm rocking with that.
And
like,
the interesting thing is that you have a story behind your name. Like, some people just, it's the first shit that pop in their head, and that's it. And like Shantizi.
That's a fact.
It just popped in my head.
Right,
and I was
like, bang. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's you know, it got a ring to it. It got to have that ring to it.
Now, in your music, you talk about a lot of your personal experiences.
Right.
Let's talk about your latest album that you just came out with,
Street Gospel in stores right now.
Definitely, Sebastian. No, we was listening to this on the ride over here.
Right.
I'm telling you, my favorite song has to be the song with you and Tony Collins.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, be having me in
Shout
the
out
house.
to Tony.
Like,
I know he probably in here.
You know, me in the house like, okay, So your whole album is a story from start to finish. And you have to really listen and because there's a lot of little shit that could go over your head that I hear in there. A lot of little shit could go over your head. So what is your inspiration behind, you know, a lot of, well, no, that wasn't it. It was about a lot of your personal issues are in your music. Not issues, but experiences.
Right, experiences.
With your mom, your brother. Tell us a little bit about that.
You know, we come from the projects. You know, I was born around the time, you know, drugs was heavy. So it's like, you know, my parents was, you know what I'm saying, heavy on that. And, you know what I mean, shout out to them, they still standing. And, you know, we made it through the fire. And now I'm able to, you know, turn things around. But, you know, coming up, it was just, you know, it was around that time. Like, you know what I'm saying, them late 80s, you know, through the 90s, drugs, heavy drugs, you know what I'm saying, your parents and stuff like that. So, you know, I just took that. That's what made me, like, want to rap. Because, like, when I used to listen, like, the first song that made me, like, want to write pain music was DMX Slippin'. Like, to this day, I can't listen to that song. Like, I get emotional. Like, especially since he died. Like, it's crazy. Because he's one of my favorite. But Slippin' made me, like, damn, I want to tell my story. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to let the hood and the streets know, like, you know, I went through that too. I was 11 years old, getting my crib raided, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I want to say that. Because when I'm listening to the music and it hit home, it's affecting me. So I'm like, if I do it, I know I can, you know what I'm saying? So like, my story is, you know what I mean, it's straight 100%. So,
which was one of your first stories that you shared on a track that people reacted to and you were so surprised by their reaction, if you can remember?
I think From Nothing, I got a song called From Nothing that was years ago. I think that was the first breakout, like, where I expressed myself, like, and yeah, that like turned people like, wow. You been through that? Like, you know, people would DM me. Like, even to this day, I get DMs and people be like, yo, I've been through that. Like, people send me videos crying and all that. Like, nah, this is my
real
life.
Shit,
like,
people can relate to it.
So it's like, you know what I mean? That's whatever. I'm always gonna have that in my heart because that's what made me who I am today.
Right now, with all those things that you have been through, it sounded like you were really young with most of the things you dealt with. You seem fine. Right. But do you ever think like, you know, shit, maybe I need to go get some therapy about this shit that happened to me 25 years ago? Or do you feel like you healed?
My therapy is the music.
Is the music?
Anytime I feel, I put the headphones on or go to the studio, and my therapy is the music. Like, I found like, if it wasn't for music, I don't know where I would be mentally. Like, I felt like once I start to get the way, right? Like, as I expressed it, it went away and went away. Then when my mom's like, when she, you know, I never used to let my mother and them hear nothing I did. But it got to a point where I started to gain a buzz, and people would run up on, yo,
they telling her about it.
So they started listening. Now my mom on YouTube, and she listening, like, you know what I'm saying? So she didn't mind nothing that I was saying because it was true. You know what I'm saying? And she like, you know, that's your story. Tell it. Like, it's true. Like, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my mom. She rocked with it.
You speak a lot on the experiences with your mom. And are you guys in a good place now? Better place?
Yeah, we're in a great place. You know, sometimes you gotta, like, you know, when you're going through things in your house personally, whatever you go through as a kid. You know, I was a kid when that stuff was going on. So, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, whatever made them do what they was doing, I have no idea.
And now as adults, we can think like that.
Right.
You know, like, shit, they probably was dealing with some shit that we ain't
I don't know what was going on. So when, you know, they hear their stories, then they telling me how they was going. I'm like, oh, all right, so, you know, I get it. Like, you know, I get it.
Seeing that we go through shit now and we still figure shit out.
Like, I get it. So, you know, and then, like, you know, like, my whole goal was coming up was like, my whole family used to just be and stuff. You know, my brother in and out of jail, and my mom in and out of jail, drugs, this, that, and third. So I'm like, somebody got to make the difference here. Right. Who's going to make the difference? Who's going to get the money? Who's going to get us out of here? Who's going to do this? Too. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, you know what? It's going to be me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I started becoming the man of the house. You know, my pops, you know, he left. My brother, he was going to jail. So it was like, it was just me and my mother. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I got to get right. Like, I got to do whatever I do. I got to
feel like with your pops leaving, and I ask this because I am a single mother. Okay. I have a boy that I'm raising. Right. There is no father. So how did you cope with a lot of your emotions or, you know, things at that age? Like, how do you cope? How do you advise another parent who is just them alone?
Right. It definitely taught me that women is like, they solid as rocks. You know what I'm saying? Like women is really, really, really solid. You know, we rap and we say all the little things in our songs and all that. But as men, like real dudes that's really out here that been through stuff, that had women by their side and all of that, like they know women are strong. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta just like, now you playing a male and female role. Mm-hmm. So things that his father was supposed to teach him, you gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. So things that and me and my pops got a good relationship right now because I let things go. Like, I'm saying, like, I don't care about that, and we rock. But it's like things that we ain't never had them conversations about the birds and the bees. Mm-hmm. He ain't never tell me, yo, you gotta put the condom on, you gotta do this. Mm-hmm. He ain't never tell me, yo, look, do this and that, don't do this. He was focused on himself and what he was going through. But my mom, no matter what she was doing, no matter how many jail bills she did, no matter how many drugs she did or none of that, she was like a dude. Like to this day, my mom's is a soldier. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, she did everything. I ain't had the best shit in the world, but I had the roof over my head, you feel me? So I was just grateful for that. Yes. Like, but that's as amazing. Women, y'all just like, I mean, like I respect all women. Like, I mean, you know, we, like I said, we say what we say in our records, but it's like, when it come down to it, I respect women because
I know you respect women.
Really, really, so like
you are a father as well.
Yes,
you have
2 kids.
Yes. How's that going? How's fatherhood been treating you since the start?
These kids,
because motherhood, I can tell you, I want to take mine back.
These kids.
Anybody want a 6-year-old?
Anybody want a 4-year-old? Anybody want a 12-year-old? Well, my baby about to be 5 in a week or 2. On the 29th.
Do they hear your music? Like, do you ever play? What does he say?
My son, he coming because he into
12
music.
12 years old, he's with it.
Dad, let me get the unreleased. Mm-hmm. That's how he on it. Mm-hmm. Let me get unreleased. I want what nobody heard.
Come on.
So, you know, he in the house with me. I got the studio in the crib, so he hear everything. Uh-huh. Oh, they say no yet? Let me get it first. Like,
do you see him picking up any of your
He don't want to rap.
Traits? Nah, he don't.
Rap. Before I came here, I dropped him over. He played football. I dropped him over at practice, and I'm here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he's not with it.
But he don't want rap. He don't want rap.
With it.
He don't want rap.
So, street gospel. What is your favorite 3 tracks on there? I already told you mine. I have all of them. I love all of them. But that song made me feel all
what's
sexy.
Your favorite though?
My favorite
is that. You said it's that.
My favorite is the one where you were talking about. Man, there's so much of them. There's one where you say you put on Dior drip to go somewhere. I was like, yeah. And there's another one where you talking about your brother. You had to pay you had to put money on his books, right? Or something like that. Take care of his wife and something. It was something like that. Am I bugging?
No, you're not bugging.
I'm not bugging, right? No. Which one is it? You see, I'm mixing them all up because they're all so good. But which one I know word for word is you and Tony Collins. Word for word.
Yeah, that's the record. That's the record. That's what y'all want to hear.
That's the girls' record.
Right, that's what y'all want to hear. That's what y'all want to hear.
What is your favorite 3? I'm giving you 3 because I know it must be hard to pick.
And
why?
The first track is one of my favorites because the reason why I named it that's what's really going on for this tape. Like it wasn't even, I don't even know where I was going with it. But when I recorded that, it was like,
is that the one where the streets don't love you back? Is
right,
that the one?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I'm just speaking like, nah, this is...
Saving that song for Sebastian when he get bigger, baby. Listen to HowKeenStreetz.
Right.
The streets don't love you back, baby.
and that was my message. Like, you know what I mean? Like anytime I drop an album, the first song is a message.
Right.
Because I'm introducing myself.
Right.
I don't know who knew, like, let's just say him. I never met him.
Right.
So if he go in the car, like, after this interview and like, oh, let me just hear...
Right.
I don't really know him, like, but I could give you an introduction of who I am from the first song, and that'll make you want to listen to 2, 3, 4.
Right,
like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
so
I ain't trying to boost you up, but there hasn't been a song that I said, all right, skip.
Right,
Let me play this one. Song for song for song.
And we really, like, my producers is in here, we really, really, like, did the beats from scratch.
Yeah?
Like,
How long did you guys take to work on the music?
We've been working on the Street Guys for about 6 months.
6 months.
Taking breaks. I was doing other things. So about 6 months. And then really like, you know, like I said, this is really beats from scratch, lyrics from scratch. Not, yo, send me the beat and I'm writing. Nah, we doing it right there. I'm telling them what sounds I want. So everything you hear is like well put together.
Right,
like, you know
right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, shout out to Money Mark. Shout out to VO. Shout out to Dizzy. Shout out to Scenario. Shout out to Willie Propane, like, and whoever else I'm missing. Y'all know the vibes. And
we got time. You can shout them all out.
Yeah, that's all the that's all the producers. Shout out to Omar Grant. Word, like all the producers that was involved with the project.
That's dope.
I'm saying I appreciate y'all. I rock with the producers, man.
That's dope.
I could like to create my sound.
Yeah, and I know from my past interviews with you, there was a time when you didn't really do a lot of features.
Nah, cause you know what? I came from start of my career. I was in 2 groups. So when I start getting nice people, like, nah, I just want to hear you. So that's what made me like get into me. That's where the Pain Records came from. Because now I'm introducing myself. So a lot of my fan base, like, they don't really like me featured up.
All the
slow
features
it up.
I heard on this one,
Right.
all of them sound good.
They fit.
They all fit.
So when I recorded the song, I'm like, I hear Vado on this. Yo, hit my manager. Yep. And he sent it right back. I'm like, I had Jim on this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hit Jim.
They all
and
fit.
it's
That's
worked.
dope.
Yeah.
So that was song 1.
That's 1. That came with a story. So Love You Back is 1.
Love You Back, okay.
This is hard. You killing me.
I know it's hard, but I gave
killing
you
me.
3.
You killing me.
We
You
love
killing
them
me.
all,
You
but I
killing
gave
me.
you 3. Come on.
Wanna Be Right.
Wanna Be Right. I'm trying to tell you.
Definitely. That's 2. I'm gonna go with the Vado record.
The Vado record?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vado record.
The Vado record, but this is a disclaimer. We love all the records.
Right.
All of them was fire. Heat.
All of them is different days. Tomorrow I might
Different
wake up like
days.
it's something else. Tomorrow you might wake up like something else. That's the whole point of having a project.
That's the whole.
So.
You see, I think I said 3 different songs in one just now when I was giving you different lyrics.
Right, that's a
why
fact.
I said you have to listen to the
Now
album.
you gotta
because
listen.
There's
Gotta
stuff
listen.
that could really go. There's something that like
Gotta
I'm
listen.
listening to the album and so you say something and I'm listening to it again, on a different setting, and I'm like, oh, that's what he said.
Right.
Oh, that shit went
Right.
over my head the first time. So there's a lot of that on your.
Yeah.
You're gonna get another Family to Feed album. The big question.
No.
You're joking.
I did the trilogy. It was 1, 2, and 3. But I'll tell you this. I never told nobody this. Family to Feed to be my debut album. That's gonna be the name of my debut album. Like from the deal. Like when I get my chance, the label say I've got to do an album. That's gonna be the name of my album. So that's why I don't want to run it in the hole.
Right here first on the Shed TZ show. You already know he dropped it. Okay.
Right. So it got.
He ain't say nowhere else.
Right. First interview. So you got Family to Feed 1, 2, and 3. It's out there now, and it's like Family to Feed, the title, all them albums. Those my babies, cause all those come from when my daughter was born.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From before she was born. When my girl was like, oh, she's pregnant. It's like, damn, I gotta really make this happen now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I gotta make this happen now. So
it's a different ball game
that's
when
my
the
baby.
kids get
So,
in there.
but when when the label, my first ever album to the world, it's gonna be called Family to Feed.
So we ain't getting another one.
Nah.
It's over.
It's over.
There's people looking out for.
They're killing me right now.
I know you have. I know you have a lot of tracks or a lot of old music that you could just push out. Like I'm pretty sure you could push out a mixtape right now if you wanted to.
That's a fact.
What else? I know we got to soak up what we got going on right now, but what else? What's next?
We got this Burger Gang album coming.
Okay.
That's what we working on now, and I'm just working the street gospel joint. I got something secretly about to drop. I got something secretly.
You don't want it. You see what I'm saying?
I got something secretly about to come out though.
We can't get no
on
hints.
the low.
Come on, a little hint. Let's see if your real people that rock with you could get a little hints and see what you're talking about. No, nothing.
One day y'all gonna wake up and y'all gonna see a cover art. That's all I can say.
See a what? A cover art?
Y'all gonna see the cover art.
All right, I'll take that.
I'll take that.
That means there's more work coming.
Super work coming.
Listen, I'm excited to see what else you come up your music.
Right.
Flip the energy.
Flip it on you.
I'm telling you, I've been rocking with you for a long time. I watch your career. I watch your grind. You come out. You go to the shows. A lot of people see people may see where you are now and say, "Oh shit, this is cool. He look cool." But a lot of people don't know. Like
they didn't see that.
They didn't see the hustle and the bustle and
right.
All
the headaches.
The headaches. What are some, or what is one situation you could remember that almost had you like, damn, I might have to quit this shit and go get a job or go get a real job, go do a 9 to 5, or not a real job, but you know what I mean. Go do what they expect, a 9 to 5, no more hustling.
I had that moment, like, you know, when you on the grind, it's like you go through a lot. And I never, you know, when you first start writing and it's fun, you battling, you making records, you're doing this, you never think that it's a headache.
Right.
And I had about 2-3 moments, like, you know what I mean? 2-3 moments, like, you know what? This shit is over. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. I'm going to just do what I'm doing. I'd rather just take care of the kids and keep it moving, man. This music. But people around me and just random people, like I remember I wrote it one day on social media.
Right.
I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, it's over. Like, it was bombing me. Are you crazy? Da-da-da-da-da-da. And I had to really think, like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, but I had many of them moments. But we had, so I ain't give up. That's the story. Don't give up, man. Don't give up.
I think the biggest thing you should, the biggest thing, or the one thing I saw you said it, I think it was on Twitter or Instagram. You're not rapping. You're just talking about your life. This is not word for word.
Right.
What I'm saying.
Right. Now you right.
And that's just like speaking volumes to why you can't stop.
Right.
Because nothing you're saying is what you have to go sit down and think about.
Right.
It's just literal memories.
Right. It's just
People
there.
love it.
So it's like,
and can relate to it.
Super relate. Super. I get super love in the streets. Super. They relate to it 100%.
Any artists who listen? Underground. Yes. Let's do
guys from the projects. All my young boys from the hood, it's a few of them.
If you could give me a name, we only, you know what I mean.
I'm gonna say shout out to my young boy Deva. He doing his thing, and I'm gonna say collectively, the little, they call themselves the Jittits. They young from my project. I don't want to name just one. All of them, like all of them is dope. Like all of them. So I rock with. You know what I mean? Them. Like, that's what I'm, you know what I mean? Because when I get established, and I feel like I got enough money, and you know what I mean? They can take over. Yeah.
Putting them on. All right. Well, listen, I want to thank you so much for
thank you. Because you always think about me, so that's a thing.
I always
like
do.
that.
And it's a genuine, no matter where we go after this interview, always remember, if you see me pop up on your feed one day, Shantizi genuinely loves me.
That's a fact.
Keep that in your head, because it's a genuine support, and I genuinely enjoy your music. I'm not like a gangster rap girl, but I love your music. Like, I can listen to your music, and I could think about not necessarily everything. Like, I didn't have necessarily all of those experiences as a kid, but there's certain things that you'd say that would make me say, like I could feel it. Right. You know what I mean? Because I'm from Jamaica.
If you was to hear it, I think you would like.
You think I'd like it?
I think you would cry.
When you gonna let it out? You gonna let me hear it?
I got a song called Single Mama's Boy. Where it's like, I'm trying to save it
would make me
for
cry.
The album.
Listen, when you're ready, I'll be the video girl. Don't worry, I'll be the video vixen for that one. Me and Sebastian.
It's talking about like growing up with your mom, like you know what I'm saying. You know, just your mom's having to play 2 roles, and really get to that, do everything,
right. That's what he sees.
To do everything, you know what I'm saying. So it's like I'm trying to save. I want to like save it. For the album. You know,
even though I'm a single mom, I'm sure you have a lot of single moms that support you, but that's like a whole different setup of people you about to attract.
Crazy.
Because these things are really deep to us. We feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's other women that I'm sure could relate. Right. So I want to hear it. You got to drop it.
You got to
drop it.
I just want to, because I feel like it's a big song. So I feel like I don't want to let it go to waste.
You want to wait until you get to.
I want to wait until like we got the radar on us, and I'm here. I'm at a certain level. Then I want to put it out. Yeah, it's gonna come out.
Time, but when you're ready to make the video, don't let them tell you to go get nobody else.
That's how I know you serious. The accent just came out. And don't let me tell you. The accent just came out on me and all that.
Me and Sebastian, we gonna be him up. That's my baby's name. We gonna be in your video. You just let me know.
That's a fact.
I do acting and all that. Okay?
Yeah, don't cry on the set. Don't be crying when they home.
You do have a way of like with your music.
You don't know how much your little situation, right? Mm-hmm. Let's just say anything, not even, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You never know by speaking on it how many other people
could be inspired.
It's like, what? I didn't know 30,000 people was going through that. Like, so that's what 100%,
100%. But is there anything else? Is there any shows coming up? Anything? I know they're locking back down New York. I just heard that today. It's COVID rising.
Well, they can't mess that up because
we wasn't supposed to.
August 3rd, Dipset locks Madison Square Garden.
Oh,
they can't lock that up. They can't lock New York down.
So when is the next? You said show coming up?
No shows right now. Right now we just until if I get a call. But right now Jim gotta just locking in on his mixtape, on his album.
Thank you so much as usual for coming down and supporting me. You're talking about how much I support you, but you also support me.
That's a fact.
And I appreciate that, and I see that, and I know that.
Right.
I know I can hit you up 10 years later. Keen, can you come down, come sit down with me?
That's a fact. We here.
I see that, and I respect that, and I love that, and like I said, you're one of the artists that I've seen. I've interviewed you multiple times throughout my career. So I see the grind. I see the hustle.
Right.
I know how hard it took for you to get here. I like when the females is hustling.
I love it. I like, cause I come from that. I watch my moms get busy. So I like that. I like that.
So, I'm going following your footstep. Keep hustling.
Right.
I don't got no streets in my name, but we gonna keep hustling.
Get it, HowKeenStreetz. That's you.
I want to thank you so much for coming down again.
Right.
We about to wrap it up. Please let people know where they could find you, social media, where they could stream your music.
Instagram at HowKeenStreetz, KeenStreetz _. Facebook HowKeenStreetz, SoundCloud HowKeenStreetz, YouTube HowKeenStreetz. All platforms you listen to your music on, you watch your videos on, HowKeenStreetz, KeenStreetz. Street Gospel is out right now on all platforms. Go stream it, go download it. I just dropped about 4 or 5 new videos. I just dropped a video with Vado called What You Really Doing. Go check that out. Shot by Rockboy Films. Shout out to Capo Mar Films. Be keeping it all in Far Rockaway. And shout out to everybody that been rocking with me. Shout out to you again.
Of course, it's all love. Listen, I thank you so much for coming down. Thank you guys, as usual, for listening to me. We got more work coming. That's all I got to say to y'all. We got more coming. Thank you guys for listening to me, as usual. It's your girl, Shantizi. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. I am _Shantizi. And if you are an artist that is interested in getting an interview, Philly, New Jersey, New York, make sure you guys hit me up. I'm available. Hit me up. Book me. Because I'm here.
Book up. Book me up. I'm going to send my young guys to you. I'm going to hit you up.
Let them slide in my DM.
So the next time you're here, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, we got to set it up. I'm here. Thank you guys for supporting me. I really appreciate it. And it's your girl, Shantizi, and we out. Peace out. Which camera? Peace out.
Peace out, both of y'all.